Alright, bitches, it's time for your Impact review. We start off tonight with Bobby Roode cutting the promo. He demands to know why Ace and Nates didn't help him at the pay-per-view. Ace and Nates said someone else paid him off. Okay way to start off the show. Bobby Roode's a little bit better on the mic. Not excellent, but it was okay. Passable opening segment here. Then we get our first match. It's Velvet Sky defeating Madison Rayne. Holy shit. Did Velvet Sky look hot or what? She comes to the ring wearing a tight cat suit. Holy fucking shit. Oh my god. Let me tell you something. WWE, just fucking stop your Divas division. I mean, when you look at the Divas division compared to the Knockouts in TNA, I mean, it's almost like disgusting, you know? It's almost like you're watching, Girl Scouts, like they're repulsed by the WWE's version of how they use their women versus in TNA when, you're fucking drooling over these girls. I mean, you're like fucking horny watching this shit because they look so fucking good. Madison Rayne is cute as hell, and you got Velvet Sky dressing all sexy like that. Holy shit. I mean, they're actually giving you a reason to jerk off in WWE. I mean, you're lucky to even get through a show and have a boner. I mean, it's impossible. But then you get Wes Briscoe and Garrett Bischoff defeating Robbie and Robbie T. This match was nothing special at all, and what a fucking retarded finish. Robbie T is a fucking monster. Rob Terry is by far one of the most jacked up, roided up guys I've ever seen. I mean, this guy makes Ryback look small. He makes, old school Lesnar from 2002 look small. This guy's massive. And he loses to a fucking cross body from Wes Briscoe of all people. I'm not believing these guys. They're so generic and just And then that music that Bischoff comes down to. Bischoff's theme music is just the most generic sounding thing I ever heard. A generic wrestler with generic theme music in the generic tag team with a fucking bullshit finish. Like, Rob Terry is really gonna lose to a body press. First of all, if that motherfucker hit that move on Rob Terry in real life, Rob Terry probably wouldn't even feel it. It would be like a fucking fly flying into his chest. It would be like an insect. I mean, come on, can we get some realism here? If they're gonna beat Rob Terry, at least do some type of double team move. Maybe they could have hit like a double cross body or some shit on him. I don't know. Think of a better finish than making a stupid one that's so unrealistic. Then we get Joseph Park going to OVW. This was a hilarious segment. I enjoyed this one. Joseph Park he wanted a BMW as he's driving there, but instead he gets a Volkswagen Beetle. I just thought this was entertaining. It sort of reminded me of like an old school like Attitude Era thing when they would show what's happening outside the arena. Things are going on outside in the world, like showing that these wrestlers have lives outside of it. I liked it. It was really cool, and I enjoyed it. It was funny. Great entertainment. Like, I was sitting there saying, hey, I'm actually entertained by this. It was about time, and this is the thing. This is, TNA's actually trying here, which is something WWE doesn't do. And I appreciate the effort. And then we get James Storm and Jeff Hardy defeating the Ace and Nates. It's Doc and some other guy. It might be Mike Knox. I'm not really too sure who the other guy is. Kind of boring. I mean, what a prolonged beatdown. Kind of reminded me of Rock and Roll Express here. Jeff Hardy kind of reminded me of Ricky Morton here. It wasn't an entirely boring match. The end was kind of cool with, the interference at the end, like an old school, like Attitude Era match with, guys coming in from all sides. PW Torch, Wade Keller would say, it's overbooked. Oh my god, this match is horrible because it's got interference in it. No, I enjoyed that aspect of it, so it was a passable match. It could have been a lot better, a little bit more back and forth. A few more moves from Storm and Hardy could have, evened this out a bit, but, it was just okay. Then we get AJ Styles cutting a promo, and I don't know what this is supposed to be. Before you fanboys knock my ass, let me just put out this disclaimer. Even though I've said in the past, for the new viewers, I'm a fan of AJ Styles, his in-ring work, but as a character, as a personality, he fucking sucks. I mean, this guy's got all the talent in the world in the ring. But when it comes to the mic, just don't do it. I mean, just don't give him a live microphone. It's a disaster every time. And this guy's been cutting promos since 2002 in TNA. He's been cutting promos for over 10 fucking years. And he still hasn't cut a good one. So this one is supposed to be, he's channeling his anger because he's getting pissed off, and he says he doesn't want to have that goody two-shoes image anymore. I would love to see John Cena cut a promo like this. It's almost displaced. I feel like this promo, you know how WWE's been stealing from TNA as of late, even stealing their fucking intros? Why don't they steal this promo? Let John Cena say it. I'm sick of being the Boy Scout. I'm sick of being, the political janitor, cleaning up all of the messes for the company, the Boy Scout and shit is what he was trying to say. The promo, there wasn't really like anything conclusive about it. It was very vague. So is he turning heel? He says he's not going anywhere, but then he just walks out on Dixie. I don't understand what's going on. He just said he wasn't leaving, and then he leaves. I don't know. I mean, I guess he meant that he's not quitting, but could this promo get any more disjointed and confusing? I mean, it's a simple fucking thing. I'm sick of, being a goody two-shoes, so now, you know what, he should have said, like, no more Mr. Nice Guy or something like that. Make it simple. But instead, his wording is all fucked up. I don't know if that's how they scripted it or, whatnot, but I didn't like it. And plus, no emotion. It reminded me of Ben Affleck in Daredevil. The guy's supposed to be angry, supposed to be frustrated, and he showed no signs of those emotions. I didn't see any frustration in his eyes. I didn't see any anger. Just a plain face. I mean, you could have put a paper bag on this motherfucker's head, and you still would have got the same emotional output. I mean, what the fuck? Seriously. What an emotionless mess. Then we get Kenny King defeating RVD, and thank fucking God this happened. A good match that was shorter than their pay-per-view match, but, it moved a little bit quicker, so that was good. So I don't know if it was a better match per se, but it was a quicker match. The pacing was better. You know what I mean. Quicker match, not so slow and boring, and it worked. And I liked actually the finish here. I know some people probably not gonna like this finish. Sure, fucking better than the finish at the pay-per-view. That was just retarded. But the Kenny King getting his feet on the ropes, cheating. I like this. Because you know what it does? It shows that Kenny King's got personality. Before the match, a pretty decent, average guy, your average Joe type of promo. Not bad. The guy's got personality. He comes out there, a lot of high energy, great in the ring. But I like this. It shows that he's going to any lengths to win. And, that's good. That's okay, don't expect like Kenny King to be like some type of huge personality. I don't see it happening. But as an in-ring talent, this guy could grow and he could put on 4-star matches. So hopefully they have a match maybe next week or save it for the pay-per-view for the X Division title and put the fucking title on Kenny King. Enough of this RVD bullshit. And I'm sick to my fucking stomach hearing the fans chant for RVD. When Kenny King is doing all these fucking amazing things in the ring. He gets pushed off the top rope and backflips and lands a perfect backflip. He don't slip or anything. This guy don't botch. He's great. And it's fucking retards chanting for RVD, this washed up motherfucker. Give me a break. Dumbass TNA fans. Then we get some interaction backstage. It's Bully Ray and Hulk Hogan. They're arguing back and forth. And I just feel like this is a waste of time. I mean, I guess the argument was okay and everything. You know, some overacting. But it's not a great storyline. It's nothing too captivating. Bully Ray and Brooke Hogan, this romance. You know, these romance storylines and wrestling, they never work nowadays. And this one is proving much of the same. Not working, guys. Move on to something else. Then we get Bully Ray and Jesse in the main event. And this is the problem I have with TNA. They're not consistent! I mean, the Ace and H shit should have been the main event. Make Kenny King and RVD the main event. Give Kenny King the spotlight. But Jesse in your main event? What? Actually the match was alright. Not bad. Some hard chops in the corner from Bully Ray reminded me of Hardcore Holly on Tough Enough. And then Jesse bust him open again. That fucking blood. That's great, but using blood in a Jesse match, I mean, it kind of seemed like a waste, but I guess, it added something. And plus, Jesse looked pretty aggressive, pounding away at Bubba Ray's Bully Ray. Oh, sorry, copyright infringement there. At his head. So I guess it made sense that, he get busted open again. We used to get blood all the time back in the day, so I guess it really wasn't that weird, but I just thought, like nowadays, when blood is pretty scarce in professional wrestling, use it on a Jesse match. But, it was alright. Jesse showed some fire, some aggression, so that was good to see. At least, he's not fucking boring. He's better than Wes Briscoe, I'll tell you that much. Then Austin Aries comes out, cuts a promo. Not a bad promo. Aries really has to work on being a little bit more entertaining here. Jeff Hardy comes out and challenges him to a title match next week. Aries doesn't want to do it, but they're probably going to do it anyway. Austin Aries makes this Dragon's Lair reference. I guess it was, it was alright. It was kind of weird. It came out of nowhere. But yeah, so if that match happens next week, I'm really looking forward to it. With the ladder match at Turning Point, only good shit comes from those guys wrestling. As far as this show, no strippers, no really outstanding matches. We didn't get a 3-star match this week, but it was an okay show. I wasn't bored or anything. Velvet Sky, yeah. And some okay wrestling here and there. So yeah, it was alright. For me, actually, the best thing on this show, besides Velvet Sky's ass and titties, was Joseph Park's segment. That was fucking funny. That was like a segment that adults could appreciate, and it wasn't too hardcore that even the kids could appreciate it too and get a laugh out of it. Why can't they do comedy like that in WWE? I mean, you know what I mean? If they want to do something silly and funny, do that. That was funny. That was entertaining, because he's quirky and goofy. It worked. I liked it. So, I don't understand why they can't do shit like that. That's why TNA at the moment is better. Sad to say, but it's true. Alright, so, it was an okay show. Yeah.